I was going to start off this video by saying I had a very challenging day, but I caught myself because when I think about people that have way bigger challenges than me, my challenge, my problem doesn't seem as big. Anytime that you have something that you consider to be hard or difficult or a challenge, all you have to do is think about someone who's got 10 times greater of a challenge or problem. There's people out there that are dealing with things that are way bigger, way more difficult than whatever you're dealing with. And that's what I had to remind myself of today. We were applying for our new rental house, and this company was really pissing me off with their communication. I get very pissed off with bad communication from people. I don't know if that's like because I'm a writer and I just value good communication. I don't know what it is, but I've had this for a long time where I just get very pissed off. I get very angry. It like brings up some kind of anger in me. And I wasted a lot of hours today on that quote issue. And I was just thinking of like, man, there are people out there who've lost limbs, who are stranded in other countries, who are fighting wars, who've been to prison, who've like lost a loved one. And I'm over here freaking out because of this company's crappy communication. Like in the moment, it's weird, like what happens emotionally when you make a problem bigger than it actually is. It's very interesting what your mind does. Your mind tells you that this is a big problem and it makes you feel smaller than the problem so that you feel like you can't solve it or you feel victimized by it. So I was observing my mind reacting to this crappy communication from this company. And at the same time, I was not observing my mind. So I was getting too attached to the actual problem. I was identifying with the problem. I was really believing in the problem. And I needed to take a step back and like observe my mind a little bit more instead of identifying with what my mind was telling me. And if we don't do that, we believe that the problem is real, we make it bigger, we start to search out evidence for it, like I need to find more proof that this problem actually exists. And then we just like expend all that energy making the problem bigger in our minds instead of remembering that there's people out there who are facing way bigger challenges and struggles. Like your problems are nothing. And the problem that you think is haunting you and plaguing you, there's somebody out there that has it way worse. And if something is bothering you and you can change it, if it's like something that you're doing or not doing, like you can change it, like that's where you can pour your energy into. If you're having a problem with something that someone else is doing, I always like to look at those as that's the universe telling me that there's something in me that I need to work on. So I need to look at myself and see, well, where do I have crappy communication? Where am I guilty of that? Why is that bothering me so much? Because if the problem wasn't in me, I wouldn't be seeing it out there in someone else. And if I'm having like crappy communication tendencies, then I need to see that in myself. I need to admit that in myself and then work to change it. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of just taking responsibility for everything. So I had to be like, okay, why am I choosing to have this experience today of getting pissed off by this company's communication? Like, I'm about to like take a big up level in my life, and this is what I'm choosing to spend my effort on, my energy on. Like, that's interesting. So I just had to stop and like take a look at what my mind was doing.